Hey y'all, it's Matt over here at Cotton Gin Smokers. Today we are at the Marion Magnolia Farms in Cassopolis, Michigan. It's gonna be a great day, so come on over and let's go see what we're doing. All right, y'all, ready to get started? We're gonna get the charcoal split up between the two smokers, and we're gonna get rolling, get them up to temp. I'm gonna trim some ribs and get things prepped and ready for you. Let's get our rib game on. We got some baby back ribs here today. We're just gonna pat these dry. If you've been cooking ribs for a while, you know. If not, I'm gonna tell you. So this on the back side here is a membrane, and so you wanna pull that membrane off. Sometimes it's a little tricky, so some guys will they'll take their knife and they'll score it. That's one way of doing it. I don't like to do that. I like to get it completely off and the best I can. So what we do is get a knife, kind of raise that skin. If you can see what I'm doing there. Raise that skin, and I'll get a spoon. Your three tools for doing this is a knife, a spoon, and you're gonna get the back end of the spoon. You wanna get it up under there, and that way you can kind of pull back on that skin. And then you want a paper towel. And a paper towel, that's gonna do, is gonna let you get a good grip on there because it gets a little slippery, as you can see. And we're just going to pull that membrane right off. If you're lucky, it's all going to come off in one pull. And I got lucky. We're going to do two different spicy ribs. We're going to use one and use Fire Shire, the W Sauce Fire Shire, as the binder. And then on the second one, we're going to use Melinda's, their fire roasted garlic habanero. But we're gonna start with the Fire Shire on this one. You're gonna get all your sides. So we're gonna get it nice and coated. Pull this glove off here, and we're gonna go with Blazing Stars Scorpion. Let me tell you, it's got a bite to it. It's good stuff. It tastes phenomenal. One of my favorite rubs out there right now. So this one is ready. So this is our hooks here. So that part hangs on your hanger, and then you just stab that through. I got to go to that second bone there. No, that's the first bone, sorry. The second bone. And some people are scared to hang ribs. And I was building these and I wasn't hanging them. But I knew people swore by it, so we provided it. And I started doing it. And they turned out phenomenal. And so we're gonna cook ribs in about 2.5 to 3 hours. It's gonna be our cook time. No more 5-6 hours on ribs. So we'll hang them for the first hour, and then we'll take them off and doctor them up, wrap them, and put them back on the grate. So yeah, we'll get the next ones going here. This rag's done. I'm gonna use the Melinda's fire roasted garlic and habanero. We got the big ones for sale in our store, but these little samples they were giving away at Memphis in May, so I thought we'd put them to use. Get a little heat on this back end. So when you use stuff as a binder, it's not adding a whole lot of flavor to it. You might get a little bit, but nothing too bad. That's why I'm not afraid to use this on these. You don't have to have a binder. It just helps. Other binders that you can use, olive oil works great. Mustard works great. So anything liquidy, that'll help. So this rub that we're using right here is the Hypnotizer rub. This is their non-spicy one. And Zach Keck is a good friend of mine. Him and his wife came up and helped us with our grand opening. And just some great people to know. They're on the competition scene, so we get to see them a couple times a year. They're over in Illinois. And we do sell this rub on our website. So you can see the link below for that. And we got the spicy one as well. All right, so we're gonna get these hung on the smoker here. I've got to get the hanging rack on. If you watched our earlier videos, you didn't see this because we didn't have it in those videos. But this is your top rack. So think of like a resting grate for a grill. And so this is all one piece, and then this comes off. We're not going to use this piece today. So I'm going to set that down here. We're going to open up our Tbird. And then this sucker just sits right there on that top track, just like that. And you can hang all kinds of stuff in here. You can do ribs, you can do chicken, do tri-tips. Even had somebody hang a brisket one time. So here we go. We're gonna put this first rack in. This one is Zach Kex from Notorious PRG. And I'm gonna go to the middle section here. Now don't worry about them getting burnt or anything like that. People get scared of that. But they're not gonna be hanging long enough to fall apart or to burn. I'm just going to close this down. There they are, ready to take a little nap. We're gonna let them go for an hour. Our pit temp is a 275. We're using the Flame Boss today to control our temps. Now, one thing you'll need to know is if you do run a fan system, a Flame Boss or any other fan unit, it's going to be forced air on your charcoal, so you're going to have less burn time. But that's okay because you've got you can reload from your door here. But it gives you the comfort of being able to check it on your phone and know that it's not going to go anywhere. Flame Boss is a great unit. We do sell these. Link will be down below on our website. And yeah, we'll let these babies take a nap and we'll be back. Okay, we've had the ribs on for about an hour, running at 275, and we're gonna pull these off and wrap them up, and we're actually gonna put a little of this bourbon barrel aged honey. This is made right around the corner from our shop, actually. These are looking good. Yeah, see, these are hanging down there. And that's not burnt. It's not burnt at all. There's a little charring there on the very tip, but that'll soften back up in this process. And if you're competing, you're getting your ribs out of this section here. So don't be afraid to hang your meat. And you get when you're hanging meat, you don't put the baffle plate in. You just run it without the baffle plate, so all your juices and stuff are dripping down onto your charcoal basket, which puts off a whole nother flavor profile. You can wrap in foil. I like the pink butcher paper better. It's porous, so it doesn't steam your ribs. We're going to put our grate back in. We're going to put our racks of ribs in here. We'll be back with some ribs here in just a little bit. All right, y'all, so this is something that I don't do as often as I should, but since we're out here, this is a wedding venue, Marion Magnolia Farms in Cassopolis, Michigan. This right here is where a lot of the ceremonies take place right here. So you got your benches and got your place there for the bride and groom to stand and pledge their vows to each other, and all while sitting under the cross here. And you know, so many companies, I used to think that companies ought to just stay neutral and not talk about, you know, different stances and agendas and stuff. But since everybody's doing it, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon here. And I'm a Christian, and that cross right there changes everything. Not that exact one, but one very much like it. You know, God sent His Son to this world to live a perfect life and be an example for us, how we're supposed to live. No, we'll never be perfect here on this earth. It's a fallen world. If you didn't know that, just look around, turn on the news, go to a store, drive down the road. I've seen just driving down the street and road rage kick in, and somebody driving too slow or driving too fast or whatever. But this cross here, God sent His Son to the world to live a perfect life, to be an example for us, and then for His Son to die and take on the penalty. So when sin came into the world, you know, tainted everything, and we needed a mediator to come between us and a holy God. And so the only way you could have a mediator to do that is to have somebody that was perfect, and that's Jesus Christ. And He came and He lived a perfect life, set that example, set the stage, and then was crucified on the cross. And 3 days later, He rose from the grave and defeated death, defeated sin. So yeah, just wanted to take the opportunity to share that with you. You know, Jesus changes everything. That cross that He died on didn't do anything except hold Him on there. But it was Jesus that changes everything, and His death and His burial and His resurrection. And so I want you to know about Jesus. And if you ever have any questions about it, feel free to message me personally. I'd love to talk to you about it. If you get a smoker from us, we put a cross in there. It's a Jesus cross that we cut out of metal, and just a little gift for you. But yeah, just wanted to share that with you. And appreciate you watching our episode today. All right, so now our ribs have been on for another hour, and we're gonna pull them off, and we're gonna take them back out of the wrap and put them back on horizontally on the rack and let them finish off like that. So here we go. Open her up here. Looking good, looking good. Probably another 30, 40 minutes, and we should be good. So it's been about 2.5, 3 hours, and we're gonna open the T-Bird up, pull those ribs off, and cut them up and enjoy them. Looking good. You can see how the meat's kind of pulling away on the sides of the bones there. So I'm gonna put this one over here. So when you're cutting your ribs, the best way to do it, flip those things upside down. That way you can see exactly where those bones are. And you can cut right down there. Oh man. So we're gonna get the rest of these cut up, and then we're gonna do some taste testing. All right, so make sure you like and subscribe and follow us. We're on Facebook, Instagram. Check out our recipe below, and go to cottonginsmokers.com and get you a smoker. That is so good, y'all.